Greetings all! Today, we will be examining the relatively uncommon Steel Psychic type Pokemon Bronzor, the Bronze Pokémon, and its uncommon evolution Bronzong, the Bronze Bell Pokémon. Though they may be mysterious in their form, function, and even existence, the members of the Bronzor family are potent psychics that can more than use their abnormal powers to make a statement in battle when needed.
Bronzor have circular, flat bodies made of tempered and oxidized bronze, with a series of 6 metal knobs on their outer form and a single one in the center of their form that is a lighter shade of color. Their fronts have a series of concentric rings with smaller circle marks on the innermost ring, which help to serve as a backdrop to the large yellow eyes, complete with a strange symbol of unknown meaning or purpose on their back. Their evolved form, Bronzong, have a much larger body form in the shape of a bronze bell, with a complex series of stripes and symbol markings adorning their outer form. The hanging loop on the top of their form sprouts off to the sides with a pair of flexible metallic arms they can use to deliver attacks more effectively with, and their red eyes glow brightly near the bottom edge of their form.
The members of the Bronzor family are highly mysterious creatures whose abnormal powers and their origins are not well understood by the scientific community, much as with the members of the Baltoy family, though to a much greater degree.
The manner in which these creatures function at all is unknown, as while x-rays have been taken of the creatures to see what actually lies inside of their physical forms, all tests show that there is literally nothing inside, not even something that can be discernible as a power source. So how they're able to do anything at all, even at a base level, is unknown, and it cannot be determined if they are man-made or not. On the one hand, many ancient Sinnoh ruins seem to contain at least some reference to these creatures within their hieroglyphics, and some even appear to be completely or at least partially dedicated to the two species. In a few rare cases, strange implements of unknown origin and function have even been discovered in these ruins that bear an uncanny resemblance to Bronzor, suggesting that these creatures were in fact man-made.
However, the problem with this conclusion is that the ruins containing these implements predate the use of bronze, which is what these creatures are dominantly made up of, in the area and surrounding countries by at least 2,000 years, if not more. As such, there's been much debate surrounding the actual origin of Bronzor and what purpose they held in ancient Sinnoh society, let alone how they got to places like the Galar region, but it at least seems to be the case that their purpose was an important one.
What can be said for certain, though, is that these creatures have a very unique chemical composition and molecular structure that resonates well with the psychic energy that flows through them, to the point where it can conduct the energy to allow them to permanently float off of the ground and in turn have the levitate ability as a base ability, or can use the energy to temper their bodies and make it very difficult to damage them with heat, granting them the rare heat-proof ability as a base ability, shared with only themselves and Roly-Coly. On equal terms, though, those that have a heavier form to them as a consequence of a different molecular structure can also have heavy metal as a hidden ability. In terms of stats, and looking at Bronzong, it can be said that they definitely have quite a bit more defensive and offensive strength to them than they might appear to, and can definitely take a solid hit in battle and dish them right back out. So their base attack and defense stats are above average for a fully evolved Psychic type Pokemon, their base special attack stat is above average for a fully evolved Steel type Pokemon, and the base special defense stat is above average for a fully evolved Pokemon of both of their types. This means that their stamina and overall mobility are not that great, but this is a minor issue given the resilience and decent offense that these metallic creatures can bring to the table in any battle. Both Bronzor and Bronzong get their coloration from the fact that they are dominantly made up of bronze, and while they were likely kept clean and shining bright in their heyday, there is no one around to do this for them, as they have been isolated from the cultures that worship them for some time. This lack of cleaning has allowed a layer of oxidation to build up on their forms, giving them the classic bluish-green coloration they are known for, though this exact color may change a bit depending upon the general concentration of specific elements in their molecular structure.
This may actually be the reason why they have lasted so long, in addition to staying in the dry air of tombs and ruins for most of their existence, as the oxidized layer of metal acts as a protective shield that has helped to keep the rest of the metal in their bodies in one piece.
This is a shame to some, though, as it is said in ancient Sinnoh texts that these creatures, if polished to a shine, can reflect like a mirror and show the truth of any situation to those who gaze upon them. This has proven to be more than a bit difficult to prove, though, as Bronzor hate being shined, likely as a result of it damaging the oxidized layer of metal that has kept their form safe from completely corroding and disintegrating for thousands of years. It is further said in legend that a mysterious power is imbued in the symbol on the backs of these creatures, though what that power actually is, and whether or not it has any true significance or can be tapped into, is still a mystery that remains unsolved. As a whole, these strange entities have managed to keep most of their secrets as just that, secrets, and while they might seem to be interesting enough to take on for a spin, it is noted that these creatures get almost nothing in the way of direct offense naturally, and the small forms and lack of real power means that they are unable to do much in the way of damage in this state of evolution, forcing trainers to wait it out until they become strong enough to evolve and finally make use of some of their power. Originally discovered buried in the ground at a site over 2,000 years old, Bronzong experienced a significant boost to their offensive stats after evolution, as well as a change in the EV yield from 1 in defense to 1 in defense and 1 in special defense, and are able to make good use of their moves to actually deal noteworthy damage in battle, which is partially due to the development of actual arms they can use to deliver attacks within close quarters. Even with this increase in power though, these creatures are still primarily defensive and acquire moves that tend to reflect a more passive-aggressive stance in battle. Unlike with Bronzor, the bell-like forms of Bronzong allow them to be more readily understood, at least from a communication level, as they can rattle their forms to produce sound as a way of communicating outside of direct telepathy. One should be warned to stay away from them when they let out a sound that sounds like a metal bell tolling, as it is a sure sign that they have become enraged and are about to attack with extreme force against those that would dare to disturb them. In addition to just being stronger as a whole compared to Bronzor, these creatures gain access to a number of new moves after evolving that highlight the strange powers they have and the new body's capabilities, as they gain access to the block technique immediately after evolving, as well as the rain dance technique late in life, and the sunny day and weather ball moves with a bit of artificial help. Their rain dance technique is especially noteworthy, as it is said that, in ancient times, these creatures were worshipped as bringers of plentiful harvests, as they have the power to open up portals to other parts of the world to bring rain down when needed. This quirky power might not do them much good in battle all the time, but a combination of rain dance and weather ball can at least make it so fire-type Pokemon are less willing to put themselves in the line of fire against these creatures, even if they might normally have a type advantage.
While little concrete may be known about their powers and their purpose, the members of the Bronzor family are still interesting creatures that can bring both offense and defense to battle once they manage to fully evolve. They may not have much in the way of sheer offense to offer initially, but that doesn't mean that they can't really prove to be a serious tank that can take hits and dish them right back out with gusto.
Just do yourself a favor and try to give these ancient creatures the respect that they deserve. Mess with them and get them angry, and these bronze entities won't think twice about twisting your mind with their psychic power before bringing you back down to earth with a furious heavy slam you won't soon forget about. Thank you all for watching this video. It is always an honor to be able to speak with you all on the subject of Pokemon in a way that brings me great joy and happiness in my work. If you would like to keep tabs on past and future work, click that subscribe button, check out my work on DeviantArt, and don't be shy about following me on Twitter, where you can find pertinent announcements on upcoming work before it is officially posted. Links to both can be found in the video description. If you would like to support my work and help Miguel and I continue to produce more content for you and improve upon our presentation, please visit us at my Patreon page, which you can also find a link to in the video description.
No.
With that, I thank you for watching and I wish you well.